So I know I talked about it in a previous video like a month or two ago, but I really, really highly encourage all of you to, at the bare minimum, at least look into it. Study the main religion. Study Judaism, study Christianity, and study Islam from an objective standpoint. Because when you do that, it starts to become very... There's a line that's going to point you into which one is right? Because each religion, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, will say that they are correct. But if you start looking into their history, into the Islamic, Jewish, and Christian teachings, and you look into the text, not just like the Quran, the Torah, and the Bible, but other historical texts, you look at the history, you're going to start to be able to see pretty clearly what it is, right? And realistically, when you want to really get down to it, it really all depends on Jesus, right? In the Quran, Jesus was the messenger of Allah that people thought he was God, but is not, and was just a messenger for Allah. In the Torah, Jesus is not the Son of God at all, is not God at all, and actually isn't even in a good place. And in Christianity, he is the Son of God, the only begotten Son of God, and came down and died on the cross. So Jesus is really that missing link because he appears in all three. So realistically, if you wanted to figure it out, you would look at Jesus, see what he means in every religion, and see what happens. Because then I've also realized as well that holes in religions, right? Judaism, Islam, Christianity, doesn't disprove them. So if somebody can poke a hole in Christian, like a Christian thought process or theology, hey, what about this? What about this? Like, for example, if a man is born in Africa who doesn't speak English and never hears about the Bible for his entire life and dies, where does he go? That you would say is a hole, right? Because what would the answer be to that? Holes don't determine what is or isn't true. The answer does. So when somebody asks a hard question like that, the answer is really what's determinant of that, whether or not it's real. Henceforth, why I know, and I've seen a lot of atheists and skeptics who've walked away from Christianity. They walked away because they had those questions and the religion didn't answer in the right way. Because saying the words "because God says so" is not there's an answer. So anyway, I just encourage everybody to look into them because you're going to be able to figure out pretty quickly which religion is actually wrong.